Hello guys, welcome back to another video of constructing Ailuria. My name is Red Pianda and, well yeah, welcome back to this video. In the last video we did some motorway, highway, shenanigans, whatever you want to call it. Today I thought it would be a little less boring and actually give you guys some tips. So we are here out on the sort of boardwalk, sort of outside the Lunar Hotel. And as you can probably tell, I think a couple videos ago I showed you these palm trees that I made. Now what I'm thinking of doing is plotting these palm trees all across this. Yes, this is all new, this took me so long to do. As well as that is all flat as well. But anyways, what I'm going to show you on screen now is what it will look like at the end, so it gives you a nice preview of what you'll be seeing. Anyways, let's get on to building, shall we? So let's take our polished andesite slabs, let's take our spruce slabs, jungle wood, let's take mainly our jungle leaves, and a decorative pot. Put the pot in the background, because we don't really need that. Now, what I'm thinking of doing first is obviously getting moss. I'm planning out where I want these trees. Now, don't worry about the untextured bit, because I'm just lazy. So let's see, where do we want this? Let's plan this out. So maybe we want a jungle tree here. Let's maybe go down a few more. So maybe let me do this in perfect fashion. So maybe let's have a palm tree every one of these. So we go over here, and then palm tree will go here. One of these, palm tree goes here. One of these, palm trees goes here. Lastly, palm tree goes there. Place that down, place that down. But yeah, hopefully this should give you a good insight on how to make your own palm trees. I'll go through it step by step. I'll be creating, I think, a mixture, so I'll be doing some diagonal, some upright. The first one I'll do is an upright one, because they're the easiest. So let's do that first, I suppose. Let's do that. Now I don't want them to be too tall, so I'd say, yeah, that's perfect. Now what you want to do with a palm tree to make it look like a palm tree is you want to kind of make it sprout out. So you kind of want to sort of start creating arches. You want to sort of slope it down, and then you want to cut some blocks off. So you don't want it to look too jagged, you don't want it to look too like, sort of like that. So you've got a nice little arch. And obviously don't do it straight for purposes that I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you what it looks like if it's straight like this, where you copy all the sides and it just looks like a, I don't know, a symmetrical tree, if you will. But yeah, I would highly recommend you don't do this because it just makes... Palm trees are meant to look natural. They're meant to look sort of rough. They're meant to look sort of jagged, like these. They're meant to look that. So as you can see, yes, you could use it, but for our purposes, we're not using this. We're not using this. So yeah, what I'll do is I will create up some of this. So let's say we want one coming this way. We want this one just a little bit taller, but a little bit shorter, say. So let's do that real quick. So obviously it looks a little bit funky at the moment. Don't worry, we'll fix that later. And we'll have another one actually coming out here. And we'll keep it quite long. This one, I feel like we'll have this one long. Again, it will look kind of funky, it will look kind of weird, but as soon as you're finished with like sort of the main sort of aspect, I suppose, of the tree, you should be onto a winner, really. So I'm just going to keep doing this. As always, as every video, how are you guys doing? Hope you're doing really well. Hope you're doing amazing, in fact. But yeah, and then obviously if you ask, oh well, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm not doing too bad. I am living the dream right now. I mean, you guys are smashing it with the subscribe buttons at the moment, so honestly, like, keep doing what you're doing. You're making me really happy. But anyways, less rambling on. As you can see, it kind of looks a bit derpy, kind of looks a bit weird. We can fix that because the next job is to pile it on. So literally, just keep adding this to it, and then obviously make it look better afterwards. Don't want to keep it all the same. So you can look, you can make it look like this. Go down a little bit more, I suppose. You can have these droop over if you want to, so like you can have them droop back over. You can also go underneath them as well. Make tiny little palm tree sort of ferns or fronds or whatever. You can do that sort of thing. And then what I'd also recommend is having blocks float, so it looks like it's fluffy and fuzzy and sort of like an actual tree, if that makes any sense. So yeah, we'll add, I'll tell you what, we'll add probably one more there, add another one there, and then we'll just keep continuing to sort of bulk this out a little bit, keep it pretty fat in a way. And then we just keep on doing this. And I mean, I'm thinking about doing tutorials on how to build things, so if you guys would like to see that, please let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to do like sort of like a teaching thing on how to build certain stuff, how to build these trees, for instance, how to build buildings like that monstrosity, anything like that, and I'm happy to help. I can provide that for you guys. I can provide starter guides. I've been playing Minecraft since basically Xbox 360, so I mean, I'm not a complete OG original gangster sort of person, but I'm close enough, I would say. I'm not going to say I'm the closest, but I'm very close enough. Now, as you can probably tell, doesn't look too bad, but it does look pretty bad around this side, so we're going to try and clean up this side just a little bit. Just making it look a little bit more, I don't know, something else. Let's maybe lower this one a bit. Maybe that one was too high, so maybe doing something like that. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Maybe adding a little branch up here as well. There we go. Just making it look a little, actually I don't like that. There you go. Just making it look a little like that. And then we want to build up the middle, because let's be real, palm trees are not hollow. They're very not hollow in a way. I wouldn't want to break a palm tree. Yeah, we're just going to place some blocks everywhere, making it look a little bit fuzzy-ish. Yeah, as you can tell, it looks really good at the moment, but we're not done yet. We've got to add the branches below, because there are some that droop down. So let's add a few below here. Let's probably connect this one up here. So yeah, I do build off camera as well. I would like to let you guys know I will be building some structures off camera. The power station is no longer here. The power station, I don't feel like it's gonna, like, I don't think it's what I want. It's not sitting with me right, and it's not really what I'm here to build in a way. But anyways, back to this. We're looking pretty good here. Probably gonna make another little branch thing here, just to make it a little bit more compact. Probably another one here. Yeah, that's looking a little bit bare, so let's place maybe not too many blocks. Let's place those. And then we'll just lightly finish this tree up. So, as you can tell, it's looking fantabulous. Now lastly, you want to add the coconuts. Now this trick was by my good friend, from a good friend as well, that also supports the channel, so thank you to them. It's a very good design and I love it. I love how it works. So what you want to do is you want to kind of place them at different angles, and it creates sort of like you've got coconuts in the tree. Let's say this one can be the same. Oops, no, not there. This one can be the same here. And as you can see in that tree, it sort of acts like actual coconuts. It's like, wow, you've got coconuts in palm tree in Minecraft. Now you could argue, oh well, Red Pianda, you could use like cocoa beans, you could use all sorts of things. I'm not about that. I'm about finding unique ways, and obviously I don't take credit here, but they completely take credit for this part. I forgot to turn notifications off. Hang on a moment. Always forget to do this. Notifications. There we go. They got a little shout out there. But obviously, just keep basically building it and making it look like a tree. Now, I will admit, the diagonals are going to be a lot more difficult, so I will go through the diagonals, and then what I'll do is I will wrap the video up, and then I'll get these planted across here. But I'll get you guys to learn how to do diagonal trees. So the way you want to think about diagonal trees is this is what I do. So I grab some green wool, and what I do is I kind of etch it out. So I want like the tree maybe to face, I don't know, maybe I want the tree to overlap here. And I'm like, okay, so that could work, but then is that too steep? So I'd say, okay, let's maybe shorten it down a little bit. Maybe to there, maybe that looks good. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that looks good. So what I'll do is I'll say, right, I want to do that angle. So what I'll do is I'll sort of mimic that angle here. Sort of like that, in a way. And obviously it's not going to look pretty, it's not going to look amazing, but you've got your sort of diagonal tree. What you want to do then is you want to add some slabs underneath. I just do this purely because it looks better. You can add slabs on top, but I wouldn't recommend it. I'd only do it if it makes the tree look better. But other than that, you're following the same principle as this, so you're literally going up and back down again, and you're just sort of leveling it out the way you want it. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll probably cut the video here, let you guys learn how to do that, and I will come back to you when I've finished this palm tree. So yeah, this is now what it's looking like. So you should have something similar to mine, not exactly mine. What I did with mine as well is I added some of these spruce fences just on the tops here, and I removed some of the blocks that were connecting it, so it makes it look more of a thing. But I'd say that's pretty good. Obviously not all palm trees are straight, we know that. But yeah, that's really how you make palm trees, I suppose. As we've still got quite a few minutes left of the video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying out the foundations for, well, start plotting out some of these buildings. So yeah, what we're going to do is we are going to start on that. Now I want to have a 2-block gap, maybe 3-block gap actually, just in case we have any overhang sort of buildings. So let's make this one go back here. Let's make this one quite a long one, but maybe not too wide. So let's make it quite the skinny boy, if you shall. And then let's next probably go every 3 blocks. Yeah. Let's make this one quite large. Let's make this one probably about that size, yeah. Maybe a little bit more. And these are just going to be your average block buildings. Like there's not going to be much to them. They're going to be quite square, as the name gives, they're block buildings. But yeah, mainly just getting these plotted down, making sure everything looks good. This one I feel like is going to be quite a very long one, so I'll make this a very long one. Maybe a very fat one as well. Get rid of those blocks. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on how to make my videos better or what I should do next, just basically write it in the comments and I'll listen. I listen to you guys. Like, it's not like I'm not here. It's not like anything like that. It's I'm here to listen to you guys. So yeah, what I might do here is, due to it being an angle, I might make this like a row of shops. So let's maybe sort this angle out first. It's going to be a really weird building. It's all going to be diagonal. Say, yeah, maybe a little bit bigger than this. And then we'll sort of do that on the sides. Yeah, that can be a shop of sorts. I should still leave, yeah, that's a good enough gap. It's going to be a diagonal building. I might do this one off camera just because I'm not very familiar with diagonal buildings. Trying to learn my best. Let's also make another tiny diagonal building here. Let's make it go to here, and then we'll make it go to here. Okay, what we'll do... Yeah, we'll do that one. We'll do that, and then we'll have like a little tiny space for some palm trees, maybe. I'll actually slap that up now. So obviously I probably want a walkway in between, so let me just... it'll be connected to this building anyway, so it's alright. And where's our moss? There's our moss. I'm just going to replace all of this with moss. But yeah, if you guys basically enjoyed seeing me make palm trees, if you want to learn, again, any other trees, any other buildings, please just let me know. But yeah, let's add the moss here. Let's add, this is my trick as well, to add little garden sort of things. Basically just get anything you think might work. I love to use, what are they called? I think they're called azure bluet, something like that. But just start placing some leaves in random spots, probably not like that. Random enough so it looks weird, and then add some flowering azaleas in between them. Sort of makes them look like little bushes. And then once you think, okay, right, I don't want to do any more, let's grab some grass, because grass won't show well. So let's just plant some grass. Make it look a little bit more overgrown. And then we just plant some flowers randomly. So torch flowers. Love the good old torch flowers. And then azure bluets. Wherever you feel like you might need them. I might place a little bit more grass actually. But yeah, look, that's already a tiny little garden plot. And obviously you could add a tree. Tell you what, do you know what? I will add one of my speciality trees. This is a tiny palm tree. So this is what a palm tree would look like if it was baby. These are quite cute to add as well. Literally all you're doing is sort of just making it a little bit all over the place, because they're tiny, they're starting out, they're growing. And you might think, well, why do you want palm trees everywhere? Why do you want this everywhere? And palm trees are one of my most favorite trees. That's a fun fact you guys can know if you got this far to the video. Palm trees are one of my favorite trees in real life. I love them. I don't know why I do. I just absolutely adore them. They just look so cool. I've always wanted to own one as well. Yeah, we'll keep that. Actually, no we won't, because that's going to interact with that. But yeah, let me finish up this tiny little palm tree. Add a few little more flowers just sprouting everywhere. Again, making it look bushy, making it look a little unique. But I mean, it sort of just looks like a tree, but that will do. Maybe if I have a jungle log at the bottom. Might make it look a little bit better. And then maybe a wall. And then maybe a spruce trapdoor, maybe here, and here, and here. Make it look like roots. Yeah, that will do. Doesn't have to be a palm tree, but you guys will know it's a palm tree. But anyways, that is it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, as last video, my upload schedule has changed, so it is now so I'm now uploading every other day. But yeah, if you got this far in the video, please make sure to like and subscribe, as it helps me out a ton. And for all those people who have subscribed, I really, really praise you, and I really like you. But anyways, I gotta wrap this video up. So my name has been Red Pianda, and this has been Constructing Ailuria episode 6, I believe. Wow. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye!